What's up, everybody? Welcome to this latest Funko news brief. This video was recorded on June 6, 2018. As usual, I'm starting off with the focus on what is available now. You can find these possibly in store, possibly online. So the Hot Topic exclusive Chrome Jack-Jack did go online for a while earlier today, and then it sold out, but of course it will get listed again, and you can start checking for this in stores as well. I'm really interested to see when people start sharing images of that pop. Is it, you know, like the high shine chrome that we saw with the original image like you see here, or is it more dull looking like the images that I shared with you all in the last video? Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing when people start sharing images of that pop to see how it turned out. Also, the FYE Exclusive Jack-Jack and his diaper, that one did become available on their website, which I will try to remember to share that link with you all. But even if I forget the link, more than likely that they will update their website and have it on the front page. But I will try to remember to put the link down there for you all. And of course, you can start checking for this one in store as well. And just a quick piece of advice, you all do make sure, I know people like to go out and hunt, and if you like to do that, especially if you're a YouTuber, I completely understand that. Maybe you wouldn't check ahead, but if you're going out for one specific figure, it really doesn't hurt to call ahead to the stores and see what's going on. You know, maybe save yourself some gas and, you know, time, basically. Also here you see the Jolly Roger with pirate ship Dorb's Ride. This was a Disney Parks exclusive for a while, but now it is available online with the Disney Store, and you see the URL there for their website. So yeah, if you're interested in that one, you don't have to go to a Disney park. You can actually order it online right now. Also, the Halo figures, or at least the latest Halo figures, are available now. And do remember, within this wave, there is, of course, the GameStop exclusive Master Chief with the plasma sword. And then also you see that with Sergeant Johnson, they do have that Chase variant of him where he has the cigar in his mouth. So do be on the lookout for those figures if you are interested. Pork Chop, remember Pork Chop from Doug does have a flocked Chase variant, which is exclusive to Hot Topic. And some people have already found that one, so if you're interested, definitely be on the hunt for it. And then the latest Harry Potter mystery minis are hitting stores as well. And do be careful if you go to a store and you find a case of these and you're picking them up. I would strongly suggest that you try not to get boxes that are side by side, because there are a good number of 1 and 6 figures within this, which basically means that there's going to be a lot of doubles within the cases. So yeah, just be kind of careful about that when you are picking up these mystery minis. Now, as far as Chase figures are concerned, I definitely want to mention what's going on with some companies and with Chase figures. There are some collectors that have a habit of buying multiples of a figure, trying to get the Chase variant, and then they try to return all of the commons. Well, companies are really cracking down on that, Hot Topic included, and they've already put the word out that with the Panda Pool figure, which does have a flocked Chase variant, that all sales are final. So there will be no returns. Whether you buy it in store or you buy it online, you will not be able to return your purchase of Panda Pool. And I completely understand why companies are doing this. It really just creates a hassle for them when collectors keep doing this. So again, you know, it does make sense to me. Also here, oh, by the way, before I move on, let me say this real quick, because I know somebody's going to ask. There is no specific release date for Panda Pool, but it should be out within the next week. That's pretty much all that I know. Within the next week, Panda Pool should become available. And who knows, it could come out by the end of this week, or it could be sometime next week. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, Funko continues to drop some hints about what's going to be available for SDCC, and their latest hint there is in the upper right. It just says 4-pack. I really am not sure what that's a reference to. I don't know if it means literally there's going to be a 4-pack with 4 figures in it, or if that is a reference to some movie or TV series or game, or what it is. At this point, I really don't know, but do keep in mind that the official SDCC reveals should be happening very soon. If they don't happen by the end of this week, they might start next week. Who knows? By this time last year, I think they had already started the reveal, so it's going to happen very soon. We will find out officially what's going to be available as far as SDCC exclusives. So on the Funko shop today, the Stonekeeper did become available, and some people have already been asking me. I did miss out on this one. I was at work, and then really, even if I had been able to get to it in time, I was basically transferring money, so I wouldn't have been able to get it regardless, just because of a financial situation. But yeah, so it sold out on me, and you know what I always say, you can't have it all, but this one I might try to trade for. I do have some figures that have some decent value that I'm interested in trading, so I might try to track this one down for a trade. I'm definitely not going to go pay an eBay price for it, though. I don't think it's worth what some people are trying to charge for it. I did want to point out, along with this, to try to ease some people's minds, for those of you that were lucky enough to order this figure, Funko is going to go back to their old shipping method, at least for this particular figure. So it should ship out to you box within a box. It should be well protected. You should get a figure in good condition, unless something happens along the way. You know, Funko can't control that. But yeah, they're going to go back to box in the box with this particular figure. But moving forward, they did say they are trying to cut cost as far as shipping goes, and I could imagine that it is costing them a good bit more to ship every figure box within a box. So they're going to try to figure this out, and hopefully they do work it out, because of course when you spend your money, you want to get something in good condition. That's completely reasonable. So we have the official reveal of Digem Frog, of course the ad icon for Honey Smacks. Funko is saying that this one is available now, but I mean, stores like online retailers have it up for pre-order, and this is going to be a common. It's not exclusive to any particular store. It's not going to be exclusive to the Funko shop. This is a common figure. So I'm not really sure why they're saying it's available now. I'm going to take that to mean that this will be available very soon. Very soon. So again, this one is going to be a common, so don't stress over it. You should be able to track this one down pretty easily. And do remember that Sugar Bear is on the way, as well as a couple of other ad icons. I'm not gonna keep running back through the ad icons on the way that are on the way, but of course I will keep updating you as Funko reveals them officially, and of course as they release as well. Now, some figures that I shared a couple of weeks back, I want to come back to these, especially for those of you that like to use BrickSeek. You see the numbers here that you will need. So remember that there is the Tom Riddle, sepia tone Tom Riddle, that's on the way, and then also Basilisk, I think is how you say the name. And if I mispronounced it, not a big deal. But these are Harry Potter related figures that are on the way as Target exclusives that should be out by the end of the month. And do remember, when you go to Target, if you don't see exclusives out on the sales floor, do ask one of the workers to check for you in the back if possible. And sometimes they may actually have these pops behind the counter as well. Target is trying to control how many exclusives each customer buys now. So I understand why they're doing this, because of course you will have some people that will go in the stores and they'll just try to grab all of the exclusives for themselves. So again, a lot of Target stores are trying to control this now, and they are putting limits on how many exclusives you can get. But that just means that you will have to ask about them sometimes, so do keep that in mind. Now on the left side of the screen here, you see this Solo vinyl 2-pack, which does feature Han Solo and Lando Calrissian. I really like their design. I think this looks great. I mean, personally, I don't collect Star Wars, but I think these two characters really work very well as this vinyl 2-pack. And I do want to hear from anybody that has seen the actual Solo movie. Please let me know what you thought about it without giving any spoilers, because I know critics are not being very kind to the movie. More than one critic that I've checked out has pretty much called the movie boring. But yeah, I want to hear from people that actually got out and saw it. What did you think of it? I'm still debating on whether or not to go see it myself, so that's why I'd like to hear some feedback on it. Also, you see here to the right side, we have this Jon Snow and Daenerys pocket pop figures, which are up for a June release. And in case I didn't say it, the Solo 2-pack, that is up for an August release, so be on the lookout for these if you are interested. So the next specialty series figure that has been announced is Wolfman from A Nightmare Before Christmas. Usually Funko would reveal two specialty series items at the same time, but in this case they just revealed the Wolfman by himself. And of course I know there are supposed to be more figures on the way related to A Nightmare Before Christmas, and once I learn more about those I will share with you all. Very general release for this figure. It just says summer release, so I guess that means it could be out July or August. Really don't know at this point, but once Wolfman starts to appear, of course I will update you all with that. And then Altered Beast, I mentioned this one in the last video, and I first shared the rumor a couple of weeks back. And yeah, they did decide to go with the 8-bit style, which I can kind of understand that, why they did that, because it is an old school video game, even though it's technically 16-bit. But yeah, I understand why they did that, but Yeah, I'm really not blown away by the design, and if it wasn't in the Ultra Beast box, just glancing at this figure, I would have no idea what it was supposed to represent. But you know, I'll see what they look like up close, basically, and who knows, I might change my mind on it when I see it up close. We'll see. But yeah, the Altered Beast Werewolf is up for an August release, and they do have a gold variant that is going to be a GameStop exclusive. And by the way, if you actually played the original Altered Beast game, then you know that the gold variant, that actually was a character variant within the game, so it does have some relevance as far as the game is concerned. So it's time for the rumor mill. I am going to come back to at least one or two previous rumors that I want to address again to kind of update you with those. But there have been some rumors that I covered previously that are still out there floating around, and I'm going to try my best to avoid coming back to a rumor unless there is some sort of update related to it. So with the Power Rangers, I've been saying this for a while, that there's supposed to be more Power Rangers figures on the way. And I was wondering how they were going to separate these new Power Rangers figures from the previous ones. And, you know, one of the possibilities I mentioned is that they could go with unmasked figures. And I think one of my viewers mentioned that as well as a possibility. And yep, that's what they decided to do. So there will be the unmasked Black Ranger, Blue Ranger, Green Ranger, Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, and Yellow Ranger. And then as far as villains are concerned, there's supposed to be another version of Rita Repulsa. Remember, she previously had a Toys R Us exclusive. And then there's also Goldar, Lord Zed, Pudgy Pig, and Pumpkin Rapper, all as possibilities. And I do believe that Power Rangers has like an anniversary this year. So yeah, it's no surprise that Funko is going to do a lot with that property. Also, something else that's pretty cool here, I know some people will be nostalgic about this. Knight Rider is potentially getting a Michael Knight with Kit ride. So I'm assuming that this would be a pop ride or a pop deluxe, you know, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Who knows, it could be a Dorbs ride, you never know, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, regardless, I definitely have some nostalgic feelings about this. As a matter of fact, when my family lived out in California for a while when I was younger, and we did go to Universal Studios, and I actually did get to go sit inside of Kit, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I'll see how that turns out. Never know, I might actually end up going for that once it does release, if this actually pans out. Also, I forgot to mention this last time, so I want to make sure I addressed it this time. With Space Invaders, they're supposed to get an 8-bit pop, and I mean, that's very basic. I don't think they could go wrong with that. And I'm not sure if they'll do different color variants or not, but you know, we'll see what happens with that. Also, Smallfoot is an upcoming animated movie. I know Funko revealed the plushes previously. For some reason, they just revealed the plushes first, but there are going to be pops as well. I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out. And then with Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, they're supposed to get some Hero World figures. So there would be a 5-pack. And then also a 2-pack featuring Foxy and Mangle. And remember that the Hero World line is exclusive to Target. This is a rumor that I think more than likely will happen because Funko makes Five Nights at Freddy figures on a regular basis. One of my viewers did asked me very recently if I would share some Five Nights at Freddy's figures on my channel. And I'm sorry, I have nothing against Five Nights at Freddy's, but I'm not a fan. So that's why you really don't, you know, see those pops on my channel. I don't collect them. Now, if somebody wants to send something for me to review, that's fine if you want to spend your money on it. But like I said, I'm not a fan of it personally, so I'm not going to spend my money, you know, just to review something. I really don't tend to do that. So as far as SDCC is concerned, I'm mainly going from memory here, but there are some more recent rumors that I want to share as well. So I'm trying to give you a rundown of most of the rumors that have come up thus far related to SDCC. And like I said, you know, very soon here, we're going to find out the official reveals. But the latest rumor here is that there could be a metallic Biggie with Crown as a Toy Tokyo shared exclusive. Now, when I first saw this, for one thing that came to my mind, I was like, you know, Toy Tokyo can be very rough. And there are times when they kind of limit who is able to get their figures. Like if somebody ordered with them previously and the order got canceled, then they basically give them first dibs at the more recent exclusives, the new exclusives. So I don't know if that's going to happen again this year or not. Hopefully things will be more widely available to the public. But regardless, Yeah, I was a little bit worried to see Toy Tokyo, but then I thought about it. It says metallic Biggie with crown. So that could mean that there could possibly be a common version of Biggie with crown, which if they do a common, I'd be fine with the common. Of course, I will try for the metallic if this actually happens, but you know, we'll find out here soon enough what's going on with that. And then another possible shared exclusive with Toy Tokyo could be either a chrome or a gold Vegeta. Again, you know, we'll have to see if that's actually legit or not. And of course, Vegeta from the Dragon Ball series. And then some other figures that were mentioned previously. I'm not really sure what some of these are related to. Jet Boots, I really don't know what that character is from. Snowball, I'm hoping that this is Snowball in the mech from Rick and Morty. That would be pretty cool to see. George Foreman, of course, we know who George Foreman is. You know, very famous boxer, also known, of course, for his grills, of course. Previously, it mentioned Cowboy #1 and Cowboy #2. A lot of people feel like this is going to be Cowboy Rick and Morty, which I can absolutely see that happening. So I think that's a strong possibility. Also, it mentioned Todd, and that's all it said is Todd. And I mean, there's a lot of different Todds and a lot of different movies and television series and everything. So I'm really not sure, you know, what that character is from. Also, recently there was the rumor of a Justice League 3-pack, and this came from one of Funko's hints that they put on their Twitter account, I believe. Also, they hinted at a character from Jessica Jones, the Netflix series, and a character from the Flash TV series, at least one character from the Flash TV series as a possibility. And then based off of another one of Funko's hints, actually two of Funko's hints, because they did say that there would be a scented pop, and then they had a certain image that some people feel was very strongly hinting at Stinkor from Masters of the Universe as a possibility, which you know, he's basically like a humanoid skunk, so that'd be very interesting if they do a scented pop of him. And then there's the potential for Backstreet Boys exclusives as well, which they could have commons also. But you know, all of this right now, a lot of this is very speculative. You know, we'll see what happens here very soon, how much of this ends up being legit. Now, the next rumor here, I know is going to get a lot of people excited, but do remember, once again, we are within the rumor mill, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But I shared previously that there is possibly Pokemon pops on the way, and it seems like they could be on the way as early as August. Now, no surprise is that if they do Pokemon pops, then they would do Pikachu, so there could be a Pikachu pop as early as August. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. And then possibly, again, rumor here, big rumor, there is the possibility of a Target exclusive 10-inch version of Pikachu that could happen later on. So again, this is very speculative. You know, this is a rumor that's floating around. We'll see how this pans out, but I definitely want to share this with you all because it is a pretty interesting rumor. Just don't completely take it as gospel, though, as 100% true. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Very quick channel updates here before I wrap this video up. For one thing, the Funko Pop Concepts video, which focuses on Marvel character designs and, you know, pop designs, of course. I am going to do that video this weekend. I'm still not sure which day it will be. Just be on the lookout for that. Make sure you do check it out. And it will feature some artwork from Backstage Inc. Of course, she did the Black Cat artwork that you see here. And then also I'm running 2 giveaways right now, which if you've been following my videos, then you're aware of those giveaway opportunities. I'm going to wrap those up at the end of next week. So I'll do one video in which I do the drawing for both of those videos. Remember, one is associated with Fig Life Miami. The other one is associated with Backstage Inc. So, you know, hopefully if you've been following my channel, checking out the videos, then you know what's up with those. And I will, like I said, wrap those up at the end of next week. And then if you haven't done so already, please check out the latest edition of our Funko Pop stories. I think people shared some really interesting stories this time. And, you know, every time it's been very interesting stories. But, yeah, some definitely stood out this time. And also there's some pretty interesting information that came from a GameStop store manager. So, yeah, definitely check that video out if you have not done so already. But that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News, or this Funko News brief. I'm not sure how long this video turned out. I still consider it a Funko News brief just because it's not like we got a bunch of information about like new waves of pops and everything like that. So I do feel like it was brief in terms of the information basically. But yeah, I still hope that everybody got something out of this video, that you enjoyed the video. You know, oh, by the way, a lot of new subscribers keep asking me, like, why do I put these figures at the end of the last screen? That's basically just my personal in search of list, figures that I'm interested in, and I always like to hear what you all are interested in as well. So do make sure that you share that within the comments. As always, big thank you to my patrons for continuing to support my channel. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all again real soon.